Hey everybody, Bob Marson coming to you from Eastlake on the east side of Birmingham, Alabama for another episode of A Song for Sunday. Well, this week I'm prompted to make the selection that I have because of a sad current event. We've had another passing in the music community, and it brought a lot of this person's influence in my music and in my life into new relief. So I've talked to y'all a good bit about the record collection that my parents had. It was a combined record collection, so there were duplicates of a few. And this one was one that both my mother and father had when they got married. Those times, when I was an early teen through my high school years, spending time down there listening to records and having a little window into the past. And, honestly, now that I know a lot more about sound, that was the first time that music hit me in a particular way. And I think the fact that it was vinyl records had something to do with that. But also it was all music from the 60s and early 70s that, we all know is such timeless music and has influenced so many people throughout the years. I mean, people that weren't even alive when it was being made, myself included. Whether it was Percy Sledge or Jim Croce or Bob Dylan or Otis Redding or the Rolling Stones or whatever, or this artist, it was some of the stuff that I just couldn't believe it when I heard it. It was so powerful. And this particular song by this particular artist, I always knew it was a big deal for me, but since he's passed, I realized how big a deal it was for me. This song, his life as an artist and as a person, and everybody knows he didn't live a perfect life, and none of us do, but even in some of the ways that he was flawed, were really inspirational for me, because his flaws tend to be the flip side of things that I'm not that good at. That's a little weird, but like, he was really brash and bold, and I tend to be, sometimes when I really want to be that way, I tend to be timid, and so he's been really an inspiration to me in so many ways. So when I first heard this record, this song on the record, I couldn't believe it. The sound of it, the attitude of the sound itself, hit me. And then, what he's singing about, I wasn't entirely sure, but, from what I could tell, it was really rebellious. And that was something that, from when I was a little kid, even before I was a teenager, I knew that was a part of who I wanted to be. I wanted to be somebody who did what they wanted to do because it's what they wanted to do, and just didn't have any time for, this is what you're supposed to do from society or from your friends or whatever. And obviously everybody experiences peer pressure and whatnot. We're all in our teens trying to find some identity that's our own, and in the process of doing that, we try on different identities. I'm not any different from anybody else in that, but I knew I wanted to be who I wanted to be no matter what. And I was willing to sacrifice in order to experience that, even before I knew what those concepts were. And this song clearly was something, definitely that spoke to that part of me. And then as I learned more about this guy, he was an incredibly powerful tenor singer that had, immense soul in his voice, but he wasn't trying to sing like an African-American singer, like a lot of people, a lot of white guys all the time, but definitely from that period and still now. I mean, it was soul, but it was on his own terms and in his own way, and he wasn't trying to copy anybody. And then lastly, look, y'all, this is about vulnerability. I'm gonna be honest, like, he was a rock star who had thinning hair, and he rocked long hair, and he didn't care what you thought, and that's what he was gonna do. And, I was told by a barber or a hairdresser when I was like 7 years old that I was gonna go bald young, and it scared the hell out of me because I liked my curly hair and I liked being able to have long hair, and so it scared the hell out of me. And so seeing this guy rock, thinning hair that was long throughout his life was something that I thought, was an inspiration to me, made me feel like I could be who I wanted to be, and I didn't have to care what anybody else said, because if it was good enough for David Crosby, damn it was good enough for me. So I'd like to play for you Almost Cut My Hair by David Crosby. Almost cut my hair And just the other day, it's getting kinda long. I could have said it wasn't my way, but I didn't, and I wonder why. Feel like letting my freak leg fly. Yes, I feel like I owe it to someone. Must be because I had the flu for Christmas. I'm not feeling up to par. It increases my paranoia. Like looking in my mirror and seeing a police car. But I'm not giving in an inch to fear, 'cause I promised myself again this year I'd feel like I owe it to someone. When I finally get myself together, I'm gonna get down in that sweet southern weather, and I'll find a place inside to laugh, separate the weed from the chair. I feel like I owe it, yeah. Well, let me know what you think of that song. It's an iconic song. Lots of people have covered it. If you got other, favorite cover versions, drop them in the comments. I'll never forget the time I saw Chris Robinson sing that song with Government Mule at the Sanger Theater in New Orleans in the early 2000s when I was down there for Voodoo Fest. Any other David Crosby stories or favorite songs of his? Wooden Ships is another classic. I mean, there's just so many. Feel free to drop it in the comments. Please do forgive me for a few mistakes there. I kind of got a little impassioned and kind of went off the rails just a bit. But, that's what it's all about here. Just being real and sharing, me having a chance to share what's going on in my life and the music that's inspired me and that I'm listening to. So anyway, any other songs that represent rebellion and inspired you to be exactly who you want to be no matter what? Drop those in the comments. Thanks so much for coming. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow the Facebook page and the Instagram account. Subscribe to the newsletter. There's one coming out just the first Tuesday of every month, so you know where I'll be playing and what's going on with my music and stuff. Go visit the website, bobmarson.com. You can sign up for the newsletter there, and you can also check out tour dates and merchandise stuff and videos and music releases and stuff there. Rest in peace, David Crosby, the Cros, man. There's nobody like you, and never was, never will be. And I'm just glad I got to be on the planet a little bit at the same time as you. All right, everybody. Well, take care of yourselves and take care of the people around you. I'll see you next week. Bye.